another guest.
Close family and friend. That's a close family and friend now.
Well, we here with another guest today.
Yeah, your boy Mees.
Mike Mees.
Easy in the building.
Been knowing Mike for a while.
Been a long time coming.
You know, me and Mike, we went on a journey together for a minute. I met him through, what we meet? Through the music?
Nah, mutual friend.
Yeah, it was a mutual friend.
Yeah.
But for some reason.
Then, yeah, the music kind of, I think you might have came around and I might have either been freestyling or I don't know what it was, but you heard something and then it was just like we just start. And then I started coming up there getting cut, you know, just chopping it up. That was kind of how, you know,
for some reason we started dealing with the music, and I guess that's what it was.
Yeah, it's crazy because I couldn't even pinpoint or tell you, like, when that was, like, just like what time or what was the day of what we were doing. I didn't know we met through somebody, and out of nowhere we ended up, and we on going to showcases in Charlotte. And
time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Picking up the broken pieces. I done had my share of lessons and no life a teacher. This beat be talking to my soul like it was a preacher. This for them late nights on the road, so turn up your speaker floor, call, turn up the heater. Bet on me, go all in. If I try and I fail, I'ma try it again. I won't stop until I win. Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Everything I wanna know, I'm really about to have it to it.
all these different little studios and shit, man.
Yeah.
It was out there. It was really like
for a minute, man.
Yeah, so definitely.
Made some, what I would call some hits. You know?
Yeah, one of my personal favorites. Devil Is a Lie. That's like
Devil Is a Lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was like, I think that was the start of that was the start of Muddy Waters, Ready Made, and all that. Cause
Devil Is a Lie.
Yeah, that kind of brought that woke him up really. Cause like he said, he won't trying to, you know what I'm saying. But I have an open verse. You know, we weren't dealing with too many people, so I think that was one of the ones I was like, man, you hop on it, you got something for it? He was like, I got something, but you sure you want me to hop on it? I'm like, bro, it's a whole verse on here.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody, like, you might as well put you on there, you know what I'm saying? And he heard it, and it you know what I'm saying? It was what it was.
Oh, man, that's you. But anyway, you know,
it was what it was.
We've been rocking for a minute, and shit, I felt like it was time to put him on the show, and he felt like he wanted to say something. Like my man Boone would say, he felt like he wanted to say something. I don't know why, but obviously it needs to be said.
Oh yeah, man. You know, like you said, we known each other for so long, bro. I think when I first met you, I had to be maybe 22, 21, 32 now. So I was at that age where, you know what I'm saying, excuses was easy to come by. And man, I know for a fact, I always, you know what I'm saying, looked at you as somebody, you know what I'm saying, as like a big brother. You know, you knew my big brother. I know you a little younger than my big brother, but still, we just like, you know, always been somebody that's like.
I think I'm a year behind. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just a year? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
94.
Okay, yeah. See,
he graduated 94. No, 95. No, 94. And I graduated 96.
Okay. Well, yeah, like, you know, we just always mutual respect. Yeah, we related in a lot of, especially with the music.
And I met you when you was young.
Yeah, I was young.
You was like 18.
No, I was about 20, 21. Well, about 21.
Yeah.
21 maybe, 22. About 10 plus. I probably was about 21, but that was at the time where, hey man, I'm out. Like that, Chaz couldn't get me he couldn't get me in the studio.
Still.
He couldn't. Like it took us months on months, like maybe even a year before he actually got me over that post.
Mm-hmm.
And you know we started from there. For sure, that's where it started. Like that's I can literally say where he got when he got that time to just sit me down and show me like it can be done. You know what I'm saying? Because I always was I self-recorded myself. Anything before then, dealing with him, that was all what I did in my closet in my room on this old fatback PC. You know what I'm saying? Big boy. You know, my boy, matter of fact, my homeboy, he put the computer together and put the program on there because he was the same way. Like, yo, man, all you doing is just putting on beats and rapping. Like, bro, you need to put that on wax. You need to.
Right.
So, you know, like, yeah, it started back then. I was young. Now, you know, fast forward, still tight. You know what I'm saying? Still my boy.
Oh yeah.
Got me and her, you know what I'm saying? We chilling.
Oh yeah. We done always been the type to just talk, man.
Oh yeah, it's always been a learning experience. Any conversation I think I done had, cause like it'll go from how you doing, you know, just catching up to like we talking about. Yeah, it'd be some shit like what's on your mind, man? How you feeling it? That's always that was always something I appreciated about bro, cause it ain't just, you know what I'm saying, like what's going on or how everybody is, how you feel about this, you know what I'm saying? Cause conversation, man, I think what they say, rule the nation. Definitely.
Yeah. And feeling comfortable talking to him, like
Yeah, and then, yeah, especially being
approach shit.
Especially like being a black man, I don't even know, I can't speak on all men, but I know for a fact being a black man, expressing certain feelings or certain ideas.
How this nigga like to talk, man? But it's cool though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, but some people look at this like it's weird or something, like bro, we're bringing up the age of
about real talk. You
yeah,
know
you know, like stuff like a lot of people like open minded, especially black men. A lot of black men.
We use open minded, man. Like
it's a certain man. You know, a lot nowadays, man. People take open mindedness as man. You can go out here and run butt naked if that's how you feel. Like you being open with yourself. Like they'll try to make that's an excuse now to me. Being open minded. That's what they making it. Open minded, I thought it was just about being open to conversation.
yeah, you
So
got
Nowadays, it's open minded, man. People be, man. I stay closed minded to a lot of this stuff out here, man. You got to. You gotta stay closed minded to a lot of this shit. I don't want to get to know about it. I don't want to open my mind to that. You know what I'm saying?
What's that say? Pick your battles.
You saying that's how you feel or that's how people feel?
That's how I feel.
What you? So that comes from being disappointed with people level on conversation, or that's just how you feel? You know, like a motherfucker say, motherfuckers that, you know, talk shit about women, it because they ain't have no experience with women, so they mad type shit.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like, because, you know, it's hard finding people that's, you know, open-minded, that you could go to and get a, you know what I'm saying, rapport with them to where you feel comfortable going to them with some shit that you ain't going to.
Yeah. Basically, I say I basically gotta know like your opinion. It means it's on my level and it means something. Like I know for a fact that, like I was just bringing up, bro. If I come to him and I come to about a women problems, I got a problem with a female, for instance. I know he not gonna. Man, you lame, bro. How you gonna let her? You know he gonna you know, he gonna speak on his experience
without judging.
because at the end of the day, it's life. You know what I'm saying? If I come to you and say, hey man, you know what I'm saying, I can't, man, these women ain't attracted to me. I can't, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. You know, a lot of people,
what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, you know, man, you lame, bro. You can't, you know what I'm saying. But then you got certain
give you
people,
some real shit and then talk shit behind you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that you hesitate to
You
go.
don't know who you can trust.
Yeah, you hesitate.
Niggas think shit be funny and shit.
Yeah, it be some people you gotta be hesitant with because you don't know what they telling you if it's, you know what I'm saying. I always, like I said, I go off your character. I go off, you know what I'm saying, the vibes. And just you like, I watch people. You know what I'm saying. So if I see like you making the same mistakes and you keep doing, ain't no need for me to come to you. Like all we could do is just speak on our experiences and feel bad about each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely open-mindedness, man, just being able to non-judgmentally give your opinion on something.
You gotta care and shit. You gotta, you know, it gotta matter. You gotta understand what the fuck it's about to be able to, you know, be that kind of person. Like that, you know, people come to you with shit.
Sometimes
they can trust you and shit.
And sometimes it take age or whatever. You know, it take time for somebody to become open-minded.
Yeah, because you gotta learn before you get wise. And you gotta be wise to be giving motherfucking, you know, advice and shit. So it comes to time. You can't speak on shit you ain't had no experience with. If you're trying to be real.
Yeah.
So it takes time. But the character thing, that's from the start. Like, I don't even know how you could change that whole shit. I don't know a whole lot of, you know, dickheads that became good people over time. You know what I'm saying? Because intent.
Yeah.
That might be that's a
larcenous and shit.
That's a good
you got larceny in your heart.
That's a good
Yeah,
topic.
you can't really grow out of
Character
that.
change is a good topic because with character change, that may entail going through the whole midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit kind
transition.
of hand, like
It definitely
come to
does.
terms with certain shit.
Because
Like,
at the end of the day, you know, you get older. You know, it's kind of, some people come at that time in their life where they kind of, you used to a certain way, and you know, like the traditional way or what people think the way you should do it, and it's like, man, for me, I'm the type, I'm always trying to find a median. I'm always trying to find a way. And I think that way you end up just kind of like in that what they call midlife crisis, where it's like it's something you can't figure out, and it's like then you start to other things start affecting. Like, man, I'm this age, and you know I know this person this age. You know what I'm saying? They got it like this, and it make it harder for you to figure out you. You know what I'm saying? In a sense,
midlife crisis is like. And you do what you think is how it's supposed to be done, and you get to a point like it's like you look around like, yo, what the fuck is this all about? Like that's why I said midlife. It's like 40 and shit. The fact that you say that, and I don't really think it matters as far as age. When you come to that point where you looking at shit like, oh, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this thinking it's going to, you know, provide all this happiness and all this shit, and fulfillment. You know, like if you got kids and they moving out and you just got a job and you're gonna retire at some point and you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like, what the fuck? That's why niggas buy Corvettes and shit. Like, I need to find some kind of enjoyment from this whole shit. Fuck around, divorce their wife and marry some 18-year-old chick, some shit like that. I gotta feel something, cause this shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get to a crossroads and shit like.
But you know, but you always gonna be. It's always that point where at the beginning, you don't know what you're gonna do yet. You don't know if you're gonna, like you say, divorce your wife and go and find a 19-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna buy a Corvette. You ain't got to that point. It's like the beginning of it, the beginning stages, basically.
Yeah, just a crisis. Like
basically, it's like basically like in your head, you trying to figure it out. but you ain't like that thought of going to get that Corvette ain't came to your mind yet.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
It's
basically what I was
different
saying.
thing, like
Sight.
like feeling lost and shit. Like, yo,
You said it sound like what?
Through sight.
Through sight.
Through feeling lost and urges and temptations through sight. Cause it's what you see. If you never see it, you probably wouldn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
you talking more like state of life, nigga. Like, you know, people that you fuck with seem to be doing good, and you ain't where you think you're supposed to be, and you start comparing yourself and shit.
Then there go comparisons through sight.
You know, questioning.
That is. Cause when you start looking at everybody else and see, like you say, men like crisis, you know, everybody 40, about late 30s, early 40s, and you know what I'm saying? But it's getting to a point where, man, you got, and you know, the generation, my generation that's in their early 30s, we grew up a little too fast. You know, the 90s babies, late 80s, 90s babies, we grew up a little too fast. So it's like, when, you know, no lie, I knew cats that was 16, 15 that had cars and they own apartments. Whether they were doing it the right way or not, it was just like, we was accustomed to seeing people doing it younger. So you know what I'm saying, when you hit 21 in my era, we not looking for you to be in college. Like, that's the only excuse you got to not be on your shit at 2021 is you done went to school and you a student. But if you not a student, as soon as you hit 17, now, well, not nowadays, it's kind of reversing back to, I don't know what it's going to now, but like my generation, I could say for the late 80s, early 90s, baby, a lot of them are dealing with something like I want to say identity crisis. Could that be it instead of saying midlife?
Yeah,
you really don't.
Let me ask you something.
And that's what I was, before you say that, that's what I was really kind of trying to point at is full life crises. Nigga, you going through crises that ain't no telling, man. When you go through a crisis, depending on what happened in. I mean, kids with their parents at 8, 7.
How you think hopelessness fall in this whole shit?
And that's definitely. I forgot who was that I was watching. They was saying hope, like hope. That ain't. A lot of people don't got hope.
You don't see it being prevalent, like
man. After a while, you know, you like with sight, you look around.
You ain't got nothing to look up to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have an uncle that probably was in your same shoes, you know, the same shoes as you 10 years ago when he was in his 30s or in the night. It's like, man, is that what I'm, you know what I'm saying? Am I gonna end up like staying with Granny? You know what I'm saying? I was going over there, bring him a beer and, you know what I'm saying, pack of cigarettes, he good. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when hopelessness kick in. Because now you start to think like, man, you know what, I didn't graduate high school.
Look. Through sight.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I just said through sight. Yeah, I said that right before
and there you go.
That's where the hopelessness kick in, because a lot of people, man, a lot of people don't got hope, man. Especially black men that's not already, like, they got that blueprint or somebody there, like you say, something you can look up to. Man, these dudes out here, man, they working at these warehouses, making these couple dollars, but in the back of their head, they like, man, this can't be it. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I even said it in the song, like, I don't want a job. I ain't never wanted to work for nobody. That's not like, it's like something that in me that's just like, every day it's just like, man, you really going up here.
Control your own shit.
Yeah, bro, I always wanted to be like that. You know, I always had like a vivid enough imagination to see.
Independent minded.
Yeah, to see stuff like.
You see a problem with like a motherfucker.
Yeah, basically determine like you want to tell me I gotta come in here from this time to this time. Like that shit sit in sometimes with people. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know too many. I mean, I ain't gonna. I'll be lying if I said that. Cause some people they so used to being structured. That's all they need. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you
It's
know,
almost like
get out of prison and be like, I gotta go back. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I'm saying?
conforming. You conforming.
Yeah, but
Start
then you
to-
got,
or being conformed.
but then you got like a lot of the people like back in the day, like these famous painters that were painting and just they didn't know they didn't really break until after they passed.
Right.
But they were going crazy. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of before they passed, they were going crazy. Like they used to say, like, you know what I'm saying, the painters and like musicians, they was crazy. Like most, like they were saying they were crazy. They were going crazy. They passed and they ended up blowing.
Right.
And it's like they didn't conform, like you would say.
And shit, and they be questioning all this.
Yeah,
shit.
you always questioning if shit don't. If you know like 2 + 2 is 4, but then you looking at your life like a fucking algebra equation. It's just like, damn, like 2 + 2 is 4, but then I got X, Y, Z.
You don't know what you said, how much that helped me just now. That really helped me.
Like what? Like as far as what?
That whole conversation, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you said they didn't conform.
Yeah.
They didn't conform. But they were being called crazy.
Yeah.
The question, like, yo, shit ain't right. A lot of shit ain't right. And
that shit make me like, okay,
most
I ain't
people
crazy.
is like, yeah, I guess whatever. And
That
there's
goes
some people
into
that's like, hold the fuck.
when we were talking about earlier about open-mindedness, and sometimes some people ain't open-minded. You go and you bring up a conversation, and it's awkward, it's weird. They don't, you know what I'm saying? It's some people don't. It's weird like that. What is he? Why he want to bring up astrology or what? Why is he? You know what I'm saying? We don't, man. We in the hood. Okay, let's talk about Lakeisha and them. It was at the strip club.
How did it make you feel though?
Hopeless. It's like bro, just like he said, man. You don't got when you don't got that period like that's important. You know what I'm saying? Like minds, meeting like minds, being able to branch off each other. Because if you just got all this going on in your head, and only you can,
You ain't got nobody to share.
Yeah, you're like that. Like man, I really
need some kind of like, yo, somebody gotta feel me right now.
Like the only thing I can say, like I said about the working thing, now I can say I could be at work and everybody at work. We could talk about something like that, like
football and shit.
No, I'm talking about not even working. Just I don't want to work no more, man. The company they gonna talk about the white folks and you know what I'm saying, the execs, and they ain't doing nothing. They making all the money. We doing all the work. Now we can relate to that. But if I come in there and talk about anything other than I remember, hey, I don't even want to get off the subject too much, man. But I can remember one day I was at work and this white dude, this was right after the George Floyd thing, and I guess he just felt like it was an elephant in the room. Cause it was like it was like we kind of was talking about it, you know. I guess he could notice we all crowded up, you know, black co-worker, and after a while he just like, yeah, man, it's crazy what these people are doing to these first responders and firefighters. And
you trying to be funny and shit?
No, because he was a volunteer firefighter too. But like that's the first thing he took from the whole situation is the riots. That's the first thing he spoke of. Because this was over the weekend, so we was at home when George Floyd and you know we come into work. That all that just transpired, and it was just weird how he brought that up out of everything. And and dude ended up like we try to have a little intelligent conversation. Wasn't nobody, you know what I'm saying, being aggressive. You know, I had my homeboy, he 6'3", 300 something pounds. You know, I'm trying to tell him like, look, man, don't get too loud. Or, I told him before we even, you know, get into the conversation with him, like, man, just chill, cause you know you can tell dude a little, you know. And before you know it, next day, man, dude was he was at the GM, like, man, them dudes surrounded me. I feel threatened. Hey, either you can put them on a different shift or put me on a different shift. It was just so crazy because it's like, as men, I think we should be able to have a conversation, even if a white dude, we should be able to have a conversation about racism.
You was just talking about that the other day, man, how why politics ain't acceptable in business. Talking politics.
Man, I mean, it's like the white people control this shit, so it don't really matter how we feel. And they always approach it like y'all niggas always. That's their first shit. Pulling a race card. So they make it controversial, even though it's legit. And you know, we can't have controversy, so let's just give it.
Yeah, just let's just chill.
But they try
man.
to it's like they try to politicize everything that's important
to us.
Yeah, what we like I was just saying about the pro-back thing earlier, you know what I'm saying? I can be pro-back all I want to, but these folks ain't gonna deal with me like that. Now, if I come out like my boy said with the gay agenda, and I'm pro-gay, man, I'll be on Subway commercials. I just was talking about Elton John and Lil Nas, you know, they came out with an Uber Eats commercial yesterday. It's everywhere.
That dude, man, it's so sad, man. Like, he rolling with that shit.
Yeah,
that ain't him. That ain't him that's doing it, but he rolling with that shit.
Yeah, that definitely. I don't think that's him, man, because it's that like to me that don't look like self-love to me, man. It don't look like you love yourself. It look like you dealing with demons, or like you say somebody making you do it. You know what I'm saying?
He remind me of one of them dudes that got raised by white people as a slave, but they played it off, and now he old enough to do their business shit. Like, he like a robot, man. Like,
that's crazy. I ain't never really look at it like that.
That's what be happening, man. These fucking white people adopt black kids and shit. They homegrown slaves, nigga. Treat them a certain way, break down their psyche and shit, and they'll grow up to think that that's what they're supposed to do. And we'll fight for that shit.
That's wild, because I do know this girl, she was raised by white, and they just look, she looked so out of place. I was like, I didn't get it, but hey, you know.
Ain't no telling what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, whatever, but it's
just like some, you know, every once in a while shit. That's what they do, man. It ain't like the shit might happen one time, whatever. It's the culture, nigga.
That's
wild.
wild.
They go to Africa, snatch up a black baby and shit, and raise the child.
Yeah, I've been seeing, you know,
some old crazy
celebrities been doing that lately. Bringing them back, dressing them like girls and shit.
Shit like that.
Hey, look, nowadays, man, as far
like
as
D-Wade, man. D-Wade had, for the son, that's a girl now, he had a white gay nanny taking care of his son. Shit is documented.
Wow.
Like, yo, we going out, you know, take care of my son while ain't nobody around, gay white dude. And they go about their business and shit. He changing diapers and putting them to sleep and shit.
Teaching them and just, like you said, and grooming them.
Yeah, what became of it? But they don't talk about that shit. Like, that should be, niggas need to go to jail for that shit, nigga.
Go to jail for what?
Well, that's part of the agenda, so they wouldn't bring it up.
That's what I'm saying.
Go to jail for what?
Niggas still be cheering that shit on, man. Like, nah, let him leave him alone, man. Let him live his life and shit. But you don't see what happened before that. Like, D-Wade had to want that to be the situation, nigga. To have who the fuck gonna hire a gay white dude to watch their son? Would you do that?
I'm not hiring a dude to watch my kids.
You know, the shit is so absurd, nigga. And niggas just
I wouldn't hire a white dude.
No, I'm not hiring no dude. First of all, and
hopefully
I'm only hiring a black woman.
And hopefully it's family.
Family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how wide the gap is, nigga. You go from maybe my grandmother or aunt or my cousin. I trust her.
Yeah, I might have a cousin.
Or have some gay white dude, nigga, to watch your son, nigga.
And you got that bread. I know you can talk one of your favorite aunties.
You know what I'm saying? And the mother was fighting that shit. They made her look crazy and shit.
Yeah, they basically made Dwayne Wade wife look ridiculous.
And Gabby, I think Gabby is a bitch and all that. Oh, damn, we recording, right? Yeah, she a witch. I don't know what happened to that nigga, man. But it ain't her that did it. It's before that. To have his son, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why I ain't know that either.
What?
They got footage of that shit.
Dwayne Wade's son. He had a
nanny.
Yeah. I ain't know that. That's wild.
That lets you know the shit ain't just one off, nigga.
That
shit
ain't
is systemic.
That don't sound like. It sound like it could have been more than just he was born like that.
Yeah.
Cause you know that's the main part of the agenda. Other agenda is putting it out there that you can be born like that.
So that muddy the water again. You know what I'm saying? That muddy the water make it harder to have that conversation. If they say you could be born that way. We ain't gonna take into consideration the fact that they uncle touched them when it was a baby, or the doctor, or whoever the fuck found them when it was a baby, or whatever the case is, and how that shit always happen with people that turn out to be. You know what I'm saying?
And that story right there, man, is so common in little boys and little girls, man. I done heard.
Yeah, that shit is real. It's a lot of shit.
I done had conversations with women. Too many. Like, I don't think, especially black men.
Too many, man.
You got a lot of them that do come out, but most likely they ain't gonna bring that up. You know what I'm saying? But it's probably the same number as the girls. Just the females just feel like they more comfortable. Yeah, they got to. You know, it might take them.
They ain't gonna tell everybody if you get close enough. Yeah, they come out.
Yeah, but I've definitely heard that story so many times. It's
crazy, man. Like, wow.
Like,
man.
I couldn't, like you said, I couldn't trust no complete stranger, let alone of the same sex as my chat with a male. Because I've never really known too many male nannies. But that's in Hollywood, though. That's for the rich. Like, that's the only time you hear about male nannies or butlers. You gotta have, you know what I'm saying? That's prestigious. Like, they trust a man like that. I couldn't trust another man to watch my kids.
Trust him to do what he's supposed to do, or what he
I got family members, and I wouldn't say I wouldn't trust them on that level.
I wouldn't trust most of them.
But I got cousins that I don't trust them because they out of it too.
Not just about trust,
responsible.
Like, are they capable?
Yeah, I don't feel like a male should be watching my kids.
Hell no, man. My pops.
Yeah, you know, but that's not like I'm not talking about like, you know, grandparents' house for the weekend or for the summer. I'm talking about the nanny. The nanny. I'm talking about when you out on the road or like Dwayne Wade and you gone for
a week,
4 days.
Yeah.
The man that's other house is this man. That's the man of the house.
Especially if you ain't got no woman around. Shit.
Even if, you know,
to kind of, you know,
get off of that.
Yeah, get off that. So, what I don't know how we got onto that, but conforming. We had said something about conforming earlier. So, conforming and appeasing, is that, you know, why we have to appease and conform?
That's the game, nigga.
I mean, we don't have to.
You don't have
but
to.
That's the environment.
I know me personally, I don't have to. But, you know, when you see it, like I said, through sight, when you see it, it's like, damn.
Sight shit.
I'm just saying, when you see it or hear it, it's like, I know people probably, you got some people that probably ask themselves, something wrong with me? So, the mental strain of appeasing and conforming, how would that feel?
That's kill your soul and shit.
Because I know good and well is something you done had to appease and conform
Especially
to.
when you know, but you see through
it,
looking, you know what I'm saying?
What was that?
Man, you go to work, man, you be in there like, it be a conflicting issue sometimes, man. You man, you know how many times I don't, on the way to work and be like, man, I need to do something, man. I need to come up and do something, man. I can't do this every day, man. But you know what? I'm in here.
Back it out.
I'll be here, hey, and probably early. It might stay over late if you ask me to, but I probably done told somebody, man. They have to stay over late. I ain't staying, man. They come to you, ask you. And you get to think about it, man.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And I'll take the little 3
OT and
hours.
shit.
The whole time, then once you take that OT, and your mind is conflicted, you like, man, I shouldn't even took that shit. Man. I should have took my ass on.
Shit.
Man, I'm telling you, conforming is a motherfucker, man. I don't care how, whether it's just having to face your responsibilities a certain way or having to bite your tongue. Now that biting your tongue shit, that's probably the worst.
Yeah, that's why, you know, that's why they push jobs and don't push running your own shit.
Cause you gotta be so yourself.
It ain't just about the business, it's the whole 24 hours a day mindset, nigga. Like, independence versus, you know, a nigga going to work feeling like he worth more and shit, and his time more valuable than this bullshit they paying and all this other shit, you know. And, you know, you start becoming that's a way of life, you know, appeasing and conforming, nigga. Like, for this job, I heard him say nigga a couple times, but I'm gonna let it slide because I need this job. And,
oh yeah, that way you start. Yeah, that way you start going against the grain.
But what about even? Oh, you gotta take this jab. You gotta take this shot.
Yeah, and that's
you know
when
what
it
I'm
get
saying?
deeper. It's
like,
getting
what?
deeper and deeper.
Man, you know what?
Now you forcing me to try to conform or something.
That's one thing I used to have problem like going to my moms and them, like the older people, and telling them about something that happened at work or something. And they just
do
like,
what you gotta do.
oh Lord, Dave, you about to lose another job. Don't go in there acting up. This look,
Just scared. Everybody's scared.
Don't say nothing. Don't even talk to nobody. It's like, so you mean tell me this dude did this, and I don't like it.
Just put your head down and close your eyes, nigga.
I gotta put my head down now.
Yeah.
Cause you know what's gonna
I ain't
happen?
trying to hear.
It's gonna get worse and worse.
Yeah. That's on you, nigga. You need to be a good. Embrace your coonie, nigga. Yeah, the coonicism.
Embrace your coonicism.
Embrace your coonicism, nigga. Be a coon and be proud.
So
Goddamn
embrace
you
all of it.
Asking questions.
Embrace the indoctrination.
And that comes,
embrace the colonialism. Embrace the
Pat
capitalism.
that white boy back on his shoulder like you did you yesterday. Go pat him on the shoulder.
Embrace
hey, Bill.
no, I'm
You know what I'm saying? Do that shit. Say you gonna work without pay. I'll work 3 extra hours and you ain't even gotta pay me. Say shit like that.
I remember me and Tez was talking about that one day at the shop about the old boy.
With all this shit. What we talking about?
About them type.
Embracing
the cool.
Oh, that day.
Yeah, about old boy.
I never did do nothing with that one.
About old boy, how he was just boy. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, we did.
Tell on niggas and stuff.
What?
Tell on all of them.
And it's something out here like that. And you know what the sad part about it? Man, half of them will come to you like on the movie Get Out and be like, man, I don't want to do that. Man, it's just a job, man. They be coming to me like that, man. I just want to keep my job, man. I got this going on, man. And they try to justify it to
if
you.
You the one nigga who be like, man, you see, y'all ain't catch niggas be like, oh man, we got one of them niggas.
Man, I'm telling you, man, you got them undercover back doors now too, though, man. They try to be so cool with you. Them undercover back doors. And especially in them jobs, man, they act like,
just
oh, nigga this.
Just to get info and shit. See
and man, turn back around. When they up in the offices, they up in there, yeah, man, I don't know what's wrong with him, man. You seem lazy. Y'all might need to, he ain't gonna make it. It's like, you was just dabbing me up in the morning at the clock. Then they get to talk about me, now you all now.
That should be funny in them supervisor meetings, nigga. Like, you know who the fuck motherfuckers be after a supervisor meeting. Like, real nigga? Oh, real nigga? That's how you talking in front of these crackers?
Man, anytime yeah, you right, man. I promise you. If you ain't never said in no meeting with
talk
them,
all that shit behind closed doors. You don't say nothing too much of nothing in the meetings, nigga. You be quiet like a motherfucker. Oh, nah, because I don't be trying. Nah, okay.
They don't be wanna. Damn, man, what it is they done got to the point where they ain't even conforming to them no more. It's just surviving. It's surviving. It's like, man, you think I'm finna fall out with these white folks? How I'ma survive? Hell, if I don't do it, somebody else gonna do that, motherfucker. Right. I'll be sitting on the outside.
All the niggas want my job.
Like, you know what, man? I should have just damn conformed. And now look at me. Now I'm sitting over here about to go and conform to a whole new.
Do they make it easy? Do they make it easy?
What?
Would that make it easy?
What easy?
Just do it.
Just conform. That's what I'm saying. They done made it
nigga,
to where it's
'cause
not
it don't matter,
conforming no
nigga.
more.
Even when you conform, they ain't gonna fucking respect that shit.
They
You
don't
think
matter
they
what you
respect a
do.
coon, nigga?
They
don't
gonna
respect
that
coon.
will make them not respect you even more. You know
You-
what? We
you
got
got
this
the job for 20
Look, we
years,
got this job.
So
and
you'll be more under stress than them.
we got this job right
Man.
here. We know old boy ain't gonna do it. He got a little attitude. He already, we tell him to go do it. He might, you know what I'm saying? He might haul off and smack one of us. Let's go get old coon boy over here, do it. We know he'll do it. Oh yeah, I go have motherfuckers scraping gum
That
from on the
motherfucker might
table.
work for the company for 20 years, but he lost his respect 19 years ago.
Oh yeah, especially from
Don't
from
nobody
both
respect his
ends.
ass.
From both ends, because
So-
of course they still understand what he's doing. He's conformed. They know that. They like,
They run the game.
Yeah.
nigga.
So everything we done talked about. What would be your what'd you say would be your biggest how can I say it? Your biggest idea or issue or situation concerning mental health.
just it's not being, it's in the black community, it's not being conversated about enough. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you think of mental health, for one, people automatically think of suicidal, and it's not always about suicide. Because I'm gonna tell you,
crazy.
bro, I could be on some. I don't want to talk to nobody today. I don't even want to go nowhere. I don't want to deal with nobody today. I ain't never thought about killing myself. You feel me? But I can say I have been depressed. I'd have been locked up for you talk about depression and suppression, all that.
So maybe I should say the cause
of what?
of mental health. After everything we're gonna talk about, what would you say would be your biggest concern of the cause of mental health?
Because it starts early. You know, kids, the thing is, again, we talking about the black community, especially in the hood, we don't know how to express feelings. Even little girls nowadays, they don't know how to express their feelings unless they
Why is that?
Because the parents is not, for one, a mother is usually, if she a single mother, she usually busy. Get out my face, nobody want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got the father now, especially
the point where
the father is, he might sit down and actually be like, what's the problem with you? Why is you, they really want a woman, they gon', it's different tactics into dealing with feelings with kids. Yeah, different relationships. So it starts early to where you start suppressing feelings. You don't understand it because nobody's talking about it. And only thing you really know is when it comes to mental health is, like I said, people think suicidal, and if that ain't how you feeling, you don't even think you got. I ain't got no mental health issues. I don't feel like killing myself.
So you think somebody would actually tell you the truth if you did? You know what I'm saying?
Like display mental health issues?
No, display concern.
no.
Oh, with myself, like if I was to come to somebody and be like,
What's going on?
man, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Do you think
Would they tell you the truth?
No. Especially like now, I can say white people will. White folks, if they really fuck with you, man, my wife did, man, they tell you shit you ain't even asked about. Like, damn, bro, I ain't want to know about your wife's
Niggas ain't
uncle.
gonna tell you too much.
Man, nigga ain't gonna tell you too much if he don't know you know you. And don't let you be like somebody he think ran his mouth. I ain't finna tell you. But that because I'm insecure, really. I don't want it to be put out there like, oh boy over there going through it, man. He going crazy.
And that's what niggas gonna say, man.
He going crazy. That motherfucker talking about killing himself. That's why motherfucker so hesitant.
Where does it come
For
from?
real? Oh,
What does it come
Let me
from?
call.
Man, yeah, y'all need to. Hey, I'm call my grandma and have him pray over him.
What would you say is a good place that it's coming from, though?
a good
A
place.
good explanation from where it's coming from. That type of thinking.
Reading motherfucking, like he was just saying, with the fathers, the relationship in the house, right? They understand that shit. The father, and it's okay. The mother's the nurturer, but the father is the one with the genuine concern, especially talking daughters.
Yeah, especially the girls,
Cause he get it. Like he know how men are, he know how women are. You know, if you give a fuck, you gonna try to, prepare your daughter and,
make her feel better when she's sad. That's a fucking obligation a man feel.
That's not answering my question though.
What?
I said, where is it coming from?
I'm trying to break it down, nigga. What you mean? Like,
No,
so,
okay, I see what you're saying.
Out the
You
house
talking about where that nurturing is going to come from? I'm talking about the idea of a person going through some mental where that's coming from.
Trauma, look at many things.
So you take the man out the house. That's the most.
Yeah, that's
the biggest issue in the fucking.
Man,
it ain't like the proof ain't there that was a concerted effort. Nigga. Locking niggas up, crack 1 to 100 or 1 to 10, a gram to a gram. You give a nigga blah blah blah. That whole crack thing. That shit was huge, nigga. And welfare and all that shit. All these programs that they came with to get niggas out the house. The shit worked. Prison, all this shit, man. So niggas, like he said, niggas be surviving. So let me do what I gotta do to not be in jail, keep my little job and shit, and be able to take care of my family.
If we understand that, why is it so hard for the mainstream to understand that?
Because it ain't that simple.
It ain't that simple, but everybody got their different. Everybody got their.
Give me the goddamn
Everybody got their different issues. You know, you got
the
people.
Complex version then.
The complex version of what? Of mental health?
You said it what?
Niggas that went through trauma. There's niggas that went through trauma early in life. And
okay.
Hold up, man. Let me say what the fuck I'm gonna say. So, and went through life with the mindset, I'm gonna be the opposite of that. So, if my father wasn't there, nigga, I'm gonna make sure I'm there for my kids. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from being there for my kids. And then there's niggas that had that same trauma and go the opposite route. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to deal with that. I'm scared of that whole thing. I don't know no father how that whole thing works. So I don't want to deal with that.
That's mental health issues.
Yeah, they dealing with trauma. People deal with trauma in different ways.
A lot of these dudes don't want to be in their kids' life because they daddy didn't, because they don't think it's right. Man, they just don't understand. Like,
and they insecure.
Insecure and selfish and all that put in one.
Hunted. Niggas is hunted, nigga.
Let me clean up what I was saying.
When a nigga in a room, the fucking record stop, nigga. Like, that's where we at.
I'm gonna clean up. What I was saying was...
Why is that black man here?
What I was saying was... What else? Okay, I see what you're saying. That's
simple, nigga.
Yeah, that's one thing. But I'm saying, like you said, it's not that simple. That's one thing. There's other things that contribute to these... You know what I'm saying? To these thoughts.
Being broke.
You talking about the Corvette nigga. Now I want the Corvette too.
No, so mentally, the Corvette symbolize comfort, like some kind of motherfucker.
Who don't want comfort? And if you can't get it, that's mentally gonna sometimes jump on people.
That's a whole different context when you're talking about.
Yeah, because you talk like you said, that's the material. Like you said, that's usually just to bring comfort to something that you don't really know. So you go to the first thing, or you watch it.
Call yourself.
You know what I'm saying? I might have go spend a couple $1,000 on this watch. I don't know that ties in with mental health, but that's more like he said, a midlife crisis.
Right. Like when you poor and you see, like, imagine being from New York and you see all these huge buildings and all this money and shit, and you living and ain't got no heat in your spot. The shit don't make sense. Then when you see everybody that look like you in the same situation, you know what I'm saying? And the teacher at school is some white woman and all this other shit. What you want? You think that shit don't do something to you? Like
that what mental health? Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Shit,
that
man.
adds to it.
That
goes back to what you're saying. It's not that simple.
I went to a school where it was everything in there.
I mean, commercial.
Black, white, Asian, Mexican, Samoan, Tongans, and that was like a shock. Like, man, I was coming from home, basically putting on a facade. Like, I was staying in the street, like in the hood, but I was the way I dressed and carried myself, you would have never thought. Because I wasn't about to tell nobody where I stayed. I felt like it was something I shouldn't have to tell nobody where I stayed at. Because a lot of them people didn't stay in the hood where I went to school. In high school, when I was in high school, went to school in Seattle where I was staying in Burien, a little bit outside of Seattle, a little small city, little suburb.
Shame being in the hood and shit.
Yeah, at that point, because I was always from the hood, but I stayed. Like when I stayed in Virginia, everybody that I went to a predominantly black school. So everybody, if they wasn't from my hood, they were from another apartment building or something. But now, once I kind of took me out that environment, and my pops had put me a bigger city, I was still in the hood, but it was like
going to school.
I'm going to school. Yeah, it ain't. It's a couple of us. You can tell because we hung out. You can tell, you know, how we dressed and we carried ourselves. But it was more like you said, that bring that like you get used to a certain way. I think you said something like I think that you said when you damn, how you say that shit? Like when you used to doing something. How the fuck you said that shit? Damn, I forgot, man. Like we were talking about the crisis, you was saying basically like when you used to like a certain way, and then you get a certain point in your life when you look back and you like,
yeah,
damn, like
you doing what you supposed to
I
do.
thought this was what I was supposed to do, but you know what I'm saying? That's when it hit you like, damn, I thought, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't possible. Like I see black people, I see Africans, I see Indians and not Indians, what is that?
Pakistan.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Arabs.
Yeah.
You know, they had the money. So I'm like, it's not just white people. And that would really fuck me up as a kid, where I was just like, damn, my whole life I thought it was just color versus white. But I don't even think it's that now. You know what I'm saying? That would open my eyes, and that would fuck me up a lot too as a kid, because then I started wanted the money, but I wanted to do it my way. And I tried it for years.
Yeah, them motherfuckers sound Caucasian on this shit. Because it ain't about, like you said, color versus white. It's about, white got all the money, so I'm going to do what I got to do to get on that side of the game.
But as far as being black, man, it's just, and I think that alone brings mental health, especially living in today's society.
What, being black?
Yeah. I think everybody should.
Nigga, that word,
man, I think every black person, if you know somebody that's black and raised black, got black parents, I think everybody should try to check on their black people from time to time. But I think everybody kind of got some shit going on. I don't think it's too much. Man, we were just talking about D Wade. I don't think he happy.
No, happy.
I don't think he's happy. I think he's got some shit going on to where he's conforming too. And he's conforming in a public way, to where it's kind of like it's an agenda behind it.
And your boy, the pregnant dude.
Oh yeah, Nas X. That's definitely a mental. Like I said, I don't even think dude love himself.
Yeah, like,
I don't think that ain't self love. Like how he act. That's what they try to push with the whole LGBTQ. Trying to say like this is loving yourself, finding out who you really are, and this is you. This is the real me.
But they used to call that shit fucking, like we talking about mental health, they used to call that shit mental disease.
Mental disorders. Or some shit
mental
like
disorders. If you a man and you think you a woman, they lock your ass up in the hospital somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like if you preying on kids, nigga, you go to jail. They try to make all that shit cool.
Well, I just know. I guess.
God, they can't make it cool.
What? Make what cool?
I don't think they can make it cool.
Well, you know, they've been trying to get it to where they trying to come out with a whole sexuality for pedophiles now.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
They want to make it something to where like
niggas been calling this shit, man.
Like they want to make it to where if a grown man is attracted to teenage boys or kids, they want to make that. Nigga. They want to make that a sexuality too.
What?
NAMBLA, North American Man Boy Love Association. It's a fucking thing, nigga.
They want
the fuck out, man. Like,
we're gonna have a damn.
Link. That's all. Yeah,
put the link up to that.
Yeah, that's all. That's definitely
an organization, nigga.
They trying to put that with the LBGTQ, HLW. They about to, before you know it, they gonna have everything but B black. They gonna have every letter in the alphabet on that. They gonna find a way. It's crazy that there gotta be an agenda now. But now they come back to conform. You got people out here that's gotta accept that, especially if that's the dolly like LeBron, like we were saying earlier. Do you think he would talk? He wouldn't speak against it. But if he was made to, he would definitely speak forward.
Right.
If that little show he got, if they say, you know what,
Let's talk about this.
let's bring him on.
All right, let's bring him on.
Let's bring him on. You have a conversation with him, and
So what do you think, LeBron?
and LeBron ain't gonna do nothing but ask him questions and basically feed the narrative for him. Cause LeBron ain't finna he ain't finna Kwame Brown you. He ain't finna question you and dig into your psyche and really figure out what's going on.
He gonna beat around the bush.
He gonna beat around the bush. He basically gonna
on
have every question I'm gonna ask you. You gonna have the exact answer for it, and it's gonna be the right answer.
Right.
It's gonna sound like the right. Even if it's your idea and your options and your feelings, it's gonna sound like it's right. Like to some people, it's gonna be like, you know what? I did not even think about it like that.
Yeah, I guess he has a point.
I can understand where he's coming from now. People need to leave him alone.
So LeBron, do you think we
Like that, like people out here them
hanging
jumping
niggas
on
is
them
wrong?
and yeah, like somebody fucking
What you
through.
mean, like hanging black people?
Man, he
Yeah,
ain't
like hanging black people like in trees and
So
stuff.
what's the
I've never personally seen, something like that.
what type of
yeah, I think LeBron.
what
is
type
no
of culture
comment.
is America?
Culture.
What type of culture is America? Is
Whatever.
America a
Whatever you
mentally
want it to be.
displaced culture?
It's a psychopath
A psychopathic culture?
personified. Like it's the fucking
There's no culture.
national
There's no culture.
None.
representation.
Come on.
of psychopath.
What's our like our cultural day? What's that? 4th of July.
4th of July, nigga.
Or
Fireworks and shit.
President's Day. We ain't got no. We celebrate every Cinco de Mayo. We celebrate.
Thanksgiving and shit.
Man, I don't know what is. I don't know what
What's the
culture
point?
is. I've never known culture because I was from America. Never known culture like that.
Like we got our shit. We do what we do.
Yeah, we do what we do, but even then, it gets stole.
Yup.
It get flipped, man. By the time we get it, we don't even know if that's really us. Like, especially with music. You listen to all these rappers, you don't, it could be him rapping, but ain't no telling how many times you have to change them verses. Take that person off that song, take this sample off, oh no, you can't use them, that's too much. You got Malcolm X talking, strike that now, that's gonna bring too much controversy. So by the time we get it, we thinking that's us, the whole time it's done been filtered anyway.
Process shit.
That's why if you don't really get it from the source, you don't know if it's really our culture. Like Fat Farm, I don't know if that's really Russell Simmons. I don't even know when he first started it, if it was just him for the culture.
Now let's go back to hopelessness. Not having a culture, does that affect hopelessness? Or is that a part of hopelessness?
It depends, man, because at the end of the day, I think a lot of people don't even know or don't even really care about culture.
What's up?
You make your own culture.
Present it like it's important.
Make your own culture.
Make
Yeah,
your own
man, culture don't mean nothing, man. Cinco de Mayo, what everybody that ain't Hispanic doing on Cinco de Mayo? They celebrating Cinco de Mayo with them. Thanksgiving was what was supposed to be the Native Americans and the English, right?
Yeah.
Everybody celebrate Thanksgiving in America.
Even the motherfuckers who
So what is
lost.
what is demon time? Is that a culture?
Hold on. Let's get back on that real quick. So, oh man. What was you saying?
Culture.
Does America have a culture?
Does America have a culture?
Oh yeah, going back to the
Does it make hopelessness? Does it make hopelessness?
when you look at like how important we know trades are, plumbing, electricians and building shit, carpenters and shit. There was a time when that shit wasn't pushed, and it still ain't really pushed right now. So, what does that create? Not only is there a void of those particular trades, people like we all hiring Mexicans and shit to build houses and shit, whatever the case is. What would that do to affect hopelessness if niggas was a part of that, like it's supposed to be, niggas supposed to have all them jobs because they good jobs. Welding, plumbing, all this shit. You make good money doing that shit. So niggas supposed to be all up in it. But that shit wasn't pushed for a long time.
I knew my brother-in-law's brother.
Why? Why would they do that? And how does that affect hopelessness?
And I ended up going to where when I was around the time I think I was going to school when we met.
Yeah.
I was going to welding. I was taking welding, but I don't know why I got sidetracked. But when I was in that class,
college and shit, man.
it was only me and two other black dudes in there. Everybody else, man, they was 50, 60-year-old white men.
That's a part of it, you know, the whole, what the fuck you got to look forward to. If you took out $100 grand for college and shit, and you making $15 an hour because ain't no jobs in your field, it ain't just one or two situations, nigga. That's across the board nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? So, what does that do for hopelessness? Knowing you got $100 grand you owe, and you can barely pay your fucking bills and shit. Just that whole system. It wasn't like that, you know, 30 years ago. Motherfuckers could pay for college as they working a job as they went to college and shit. Not $100 grand, nigga. And you making $15 an hour, $20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? What does that do for hopelessness?
Nothing, man. People feel like they can't catch up, man.
How the fuck you gonna catch up?
Like, you wake up every day like, damn,
you don't have no hope to be.
I'm not even really. I'm working for free. I'm working off something that really could be given for free. Education shit, like they should not charge that much for education, man.
Like,
it should not be, especially if I can go to one of these jobs through the door and they're trained.
But parents push their kids to go to college and shit.
Then they just
college.
Relieve
like the sons
some
should
of
be pushed to
education.
Huh?
They just relieve the
some of the student debt.
some of the student debt.
That was a look, but you gotta think of you see that number, and that number still in the what trillions, billions, it's up there still. It just probably, man, I'm pretty sure it's probably not even a 0.0000001% that was affected by that.
That's the thing, like
you might if anything, your payments might have went down a little lower.
all these systems and shit, man, like they don't benefit the people. Insurance companies and shit. You pay that shit all your life, nigga.
I wonder how they determined that.
What?
Whose student debts got paid off?
I wouldn't be able to, because it's going like it goes back 20 years ago. There's still people that's in debt, like that went.
Like they've been paying on the house their whole life.
Yeah.
And then gotta pay the rent on top of that. And you ain't even working a job that you went to school for. It ain't like niggas is just finally looking for examples or whatever, complaining and shit. This shit go towards that whole culture of hopelessness and despair and shit. Like everybody
so
you try to look up
culture.
To. Like back in the day, you didn't know what the fuck people did behind closed doors for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, Farrakhan, Malcolm X, and all that.
Hopelessness can't be the new culture, though. Not for the community.
But now you know everything about motherfuckers. So, you know, like, what the fuck is there to look up to? Every hero that you think you got, come to find out they whatever. Fucking agents and shit, snitches and shit.
But you brought up something that I like though.
Whatever. Huh?
You brought up something that I like.
What?
The age of Aquarius.
Yeah, that's what's tearing the whole shit down, nigga.
That's what's tearing it down.
All the mystiques and shit, like, you know, motherfuckers could do what they want in public. And nigga have a whole nother fucking family 5 miles away and shit. You can't do that shit now, nigga. There's too much access to information.
So what you saying is it doesn't have the same impact as it once did, like the age of Aquarius.
The facade is gone. Like, you know, anything you want to find out, you can find out. So it's like everybody is discovering that these motherfuckers is full of shit at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And they doing everything they can to suppress the information But you can't. It's too much. It's too accessible.
We were talking
So
about
kids,
that
little
right
kids is learning how fucking backwards this shit is at an early age. Their parents ain't got no control over that shit. They go on their computer and they look up whatever fuck they want. They're smarter than their parents, and they looking at their parents like they idiots, because they are. Because we all kind of are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they could find all the information straight out, and there ain't nobody that could stop them. Like, imagine that shit, nigga. Like, as a kid, you know what the fuck the world is really about. Like, you know, you don't have access.
Is that good or bad?
That will lead to hopelessness. The whole, like, cynical approach.
Cause I said that, bro.
It's all bullshit.
I was so used to the same shit. It wasn't until I hit high school where I started like.
Dang, nigga, I was thinking Agent Aquarius was a good thing.
It is.
But what he's
tearing
saying
down
is,
the fucking. It's any revolution. You're gonna have to start from somewhere once the shit is over. If you're trying to destroy this bullshit that's going on or stop it or whatever, which the age of Aquarius allows for, you know, the age of enlightenment, the layman, the common man is learning the truth as opposed to going to church and finding out, going to school and finding out, reading newspapers, all these lies and shit, full of shit, motherfuckers. You getting it straight up, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, so once the, you know, revealing is done and the bullshit is broken down, you gotta start from somewhere.
and that's when a lot of people gonna be sitting back like, damn, I won't never gonna get what they said. I've been thinking I was gonna get that my whole life. They been lying to me. If you go to college, you get out of college, you graduate, you get you a nice career, get a nice house, get you 2 kids, a dog, married. And these kids finding out this shit in the middle school, like, hell no, they been suppressing us.
I be bugged out by the shit my daughter be telling me, man. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing that she understand that shit. Like,
it's kind of brains hopelessness though, like in a sense.
If you see through everything and it don't look like it's going the right direction,
yeah, I thought
everybody's
wrestling
stealing this shit. Wrestling. I always try to use that example, but I don't know if it's stupid. Once you find out it's fake, nigga, it's like,
man, killed my dream. I used to be so childlike, man. I think that really turned me to the streets.
Yeah, nigga.
Cause I started rap. I wanted to rap then. I wanted to be a rapper. I used to want to be a wrestler.
And once you find out, like the Wizard of Oz, nigga, like, you mean all this shit is just this little motherfucker right here? Like, all this shit is illusions and shit?
That's basically how it is, what he said. Basically, the age of Aquarius is kind of you finding out, damn, wrestling ain't real. Cause I'm telling you, the smoking mirrors as a kid, that's just like saying racism still exists in a sense. You feel me? Because as a kid, everything's dramatic.
But it don't have to be like that though.
Any truth to a kid that they didn't know, it's dramatic. It's something big.
Situation because Age of Aquarius also.
Yeah, that's why you
also is about cooperation.
The what?
Cooperation. Age of Aquarius also about cooperation and like-mindedness.
But that's when he's saying like with us, but they still got these. Like you said, they still trying to put that out. Like they trying to block
9/11, nigga. They still
like we were saying. Some ages is gonna leak into the other age.
Yeah,
but eventually it's gonna phase its way on out into the next age.
Process.
Man, but man, like when all them rides and shit was going on.
What age is after Aquarius?
And you know what they were saying? They were saying, the new generation ain't going for that. They ain't going for that. Like George Floyd, all the riots when they was up there in Charlotte and they burnt down the police station.
Niggas acting a fool though too. Now,
but I said,
let's talk about now.
The generation. Oh, this new generation, man. I ain't even that hopelessness, man. I mean, it ain't for the whole generation. I don't think it's everybody's hopeless.
It ain't that everybody. It's the fact that these motherfuckers is pushing it. They that's the agenda, nigga. So everybody ain't gonna necessarily be affected. If you got the right foundation and shit, and you got the right people behind you,
yeah,
they gonna guide you regardless of all that bullshit. But if you don't, if you got a mama who ain't got time and all that shit, and you ain't got the other dude, you know, the other side of the whole thing to listen and feel you out and gain trust and shit to what's real, you don't go out in life like, fuck this shit, like, this shit is about, fuck it, I'm gonna get high and shit.
Yeah, like you trying to
Get
teach
this
yourself.
money.
Yeah, you basically grooming yourself to be something you don't know, because you don't know.
Lost like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't really know what the future gonna bring, so you just basically just a little nigga just out here like, fuck it. You say what? You ride the snow. Fuck it, we ride that motherfucker. I'm broke anyways. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Shit ain't gonna improve no time
Yeah,
soon.
I need to practice anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna then rob and kill my life away. You know what I'm
That
saying?
shit is real, man. Like the mothers, man. Like, you know, I'll try not to judge the shit, but shit is what it is. Like, we don't pay attention to our kids like a couple generations ago. Like, you got too many other options, nigga. Put them in front of the TV. Put them swing ass and let the music take care of it. Shit like that. That culture, not just black people, you know. But we under attack, so what it means
What
more
time?
us. If you trying to get work done and shit, you
What
just
time?
put the baby in front of the screen, and that's
Oh,
how
yeah.
the baby get used to shit.
And now they
That connection ain't really.
that
what it
little
used to
baby
be,
know how to
man.
hold phones now.
Yeah, they be holding that shit. Can't even
Little
hold their head up.
baby, hold their head up, but they can go through the phone and tap shit. I was just talking to a little nigga on FaceTime yesterday. I said, man, who gave you the
Too
phone?
comfortable with this shit, man. I'm scared of them fucking phones and shit. I kept this shit away when, you know, hell no, just leave that shit out the room, nigga. I don't even want her to even know what that is. And this before, man. Yeah, just ready something.
Man, I'm telling you, man, this new generation, man, I can say they got it hard. They gonna have it harder than we did, even though they got a little bit more, resources and definitely got the information. They can get it from the internet. The internet got every damn thing, you know.
Yeah.
You can find anything.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that's why this kind of shit is important, man. Like, there's parents out there that feel the same way, but you know,
Yeah, that's like
people in general. But,
No, you go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, but I was about to say like Chicken and Chad was chopping it up last night. We talking about, you know what I'm saying, little stuff that been going on just out here. Ain't gassed on you. And man, these young dudes, man, it's so crazy because like the passing of the guard. Like a lot of these cats, I think we spoke on it last time I was over here. We chopped it up. It's like these cats, man, it's like the age, like the passing of the guard, basically. And you got these cats that's either my age or older in prison, just not getting out, getting older. They, you know what I'm saying, and you know, calm down for a little minute. Then out of nowhere, the new generation hit, and it's like they know, like these little dudes, they putting tracking devices on cars. This is how they setting some of these dope boys up. Like I was reading somebody's paperwork the other day, and they were saying how they met dudes somewhere in Concord and put tracking device in the car while it was in the restaurant and traced his moves for a week. I say, man, these little dudes, man, they could be out here, man, dealing the satellites, shit, man. They could be out here fucking. They could be, you know what I'm saying? These little dudes are smart, but they use it for evil, man. A lot of them do. And then it goes into the immaturity of them, because when they do get to where they about to rob somebody, they don't get nothing. They just kill the person. And I don't know how many people in Gastonia in the past couple months that they got killed, murdered, a botch robbery.
Box.
And all they doing is going out here and talking about it and getting caught. And other stuff happening now. It's, you know, anytime somebody get killed, that's a domino effect. Somebody gonna get killed on it, and it's gonna keep it. It's like, man, the hopelessness of the future of the, you know what I'm saying, The kids, man, it's like,
Kids ain't got no
man, they can't. And even if they don't understand it right now, there's somebody around it that know, like, man, at least I feel like me as of like I got 3 nephews. One of them, he about 25. The other 2, they go to Ashford. They in high school, play football. Now I feel obligated to check them, see where they head at, and not just on those old, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you wrong. Like, literally, like, what's up, man? You got a girl?
Shit.
Well, you mess with girls now? You know, I'm like, I try to, but like I know they blowing on, they smoke, I know, you know what I'm saying? Because they trust me enough to where we can have that conversation, so I know if something was going wrong, they know, like, I know I can tell him though.
Right.
Cause I done told him stuff he ain't went back and told my mama yet. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't know if niggas thinking like that, man.
I don't know, I just feel obligated. I ain't got no kids, so
That's
you know what I'm saying?
worrying me, man. Like,
I'm feeling obligated. Just like I see somebody and I look at old baby pictures of me and be like, man, that's why I be looking at my nephew like that. Like, I send it to my sister. She be like, well, if that ain't, I'm like, yeah, look just like him. And that make me even more want to, man, where he at? I mean, when his next game in? I'm going to check him out. You know what I'm saying? I try to, because it ain't I don't got no hope for this next generation, man. These dudes, they jumping off the porch at 16 with no guidance. Yeah, I jumped off the porch early, but it was at a time where it was at least some older cats in the streets tell you, man, carry your ass in the house, man. I remember one time when one of the partners, little homie, they told her, they say, look, if you catch any of you little niggas outside after dark, we fucking you up. Cause we ain't about to have, yeah, we not like, that's all it was about. A little freshman, one of the little partners, he got killed on the back street. They don't know what happened. All y'all little niggas get off the block. But not catch y'all out here after dark. Cause you gonna catch some grown man hands. And that was something like where I was yeah, like, but it stuck with me like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that shit stick with
you. Yeah, like, damn, these motherfuckers really were like, I will fuck you up just to save you type shit. Like, even if you hate me, you'll thank me later. Right. And I was just a little bit more mature in thinking when I was that age to where I kind of took heed to what. Yeah, I kind of took heed. And, you know, my peoples is older. You know what I'm saying? My brother and sister, they, you know what I'm saying? They way like they were, when I was born, my sister was graduating high school type thing. So, you know, I'm kind of like an old soul too. My mama real old. Well, I ain't so real old, but she, you know what I'm saying? In her 60s, my pop about to be 70. So, it's like, I feel old sometimes. That's why I be saying, that's why I said being like, hey, I'm 32, you feel me?
So what y'all think about 9/11, man? 20 years since 9/11. This I think it's gonna be the last thing we're gonna talk about this. 20 years since 9/11.
I can say
everybody.
You can go first. You from up top.
Everybody talking about, oh yes, 9/11 and oh we were so okay. I understand that.
You think that be real?
No, I mean, but I understand people's lives were lost.
It's true.
You don't think people know what really happened?
But you know what? It did what they wanted it to do. Cause I was a kid, bro, and I was scared. I was scared, man. You couldn't get me to go down. I was staying in Virginia then, Norfolk, Virginia. You couldn't get me to go downtown and run all them big buildings.
After seeing that shit,
man, I used to be like, man, I was a kid, bro. I think I was literally in the 5th grade.
Nigga, trauma.
I might have been, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
I was 12. I was in the 6th grade.
2001.
Yeah, I think I was in the 6th. 12. No, I was in the 7th grade. One of them, I don't know when it was. I didn't know. No, it was the beginning of the school year. I was in the, I don't know, I had me lying. But I just know I was young, and it scared me, because the agenda of that was, the agenda of that was the you know, the Pakistan, Taliban.
But Nick, you the way you talking like everybody know what's going on with that.
I don't know.
That's what you
I
said.
think people should know by now.
That's what you said. Or
What?
Cause if that's the case, they show pushing it like it's
Shit crazy.
like
That's
it's
why I make sure I say it all the time.
something else besides what it. I mean, it's that too, what they pushing, but they not. You know what I'm saying?
It's nuts, nigga. So that's why I say it all the time. When the kids be around, like, you know that shit is bullshit. What you mean? And I tell them what it is, and they be like, it can't be. But the seed is planted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
They ain't gonna be able to say that. Ain't nobody never said nothing about that, cause their parents just be going along and they be just going along and shit. Everybody just going along. I'm like, man, this shit crazy. I lived through it. I seen it.
You feel what I'm saying? I mean, and just live through it and understanding, like, cause the first thing I said was, man, this is not a recession. This is a robbery. And I forgot. I don't even think I seen.
To my 09 and shit.
Nah, the whole motherfucking so-called recession. Yeah, hell, we probably been in a so-called recession for what? At least 15 years we was in a so-called recession. But like I said, you brought back the fact of the day before when Rumsfeld did what he did about the whole fucking $3 trillion. And I didn't even know about that, but I said it was a robbery from the jump. A fucking recess. Recess is time to play and relax, you know what I'm saying? So, I ain't...
That's your leisure time right
that
there.
whole shit was fucking bullshit. There's some money got fucked up in that situation. That's why I'm saying, was it the money for the lives lost? The buildings cost? Or the bullshit ass water came after?
All that.
You know what I'm saying?
But more so the came after.
Cause that was some bullshit too. They went over there and robbed them niggas.
Oh, this one's you know what they wanted, man.
Yeah, I mean they went over there and got all that shit and some gold, nigga.
Yeah, they wanted some they wanted some minerals and shit. They wanted some shit that you can't just buy like that.
But they
got that fentanyl now though, so
saying what they saying, celebrating that shit.
Nigga, we got that.
You feel me?
We got that.
And they celebrating that shit on the motherfucking. I mean, yeah. I hope this age, I really do, and I feel like it can. This next age that we've entered will be something that people look into and take something out of it. Something.
So with you understanding the whole Agent Aquarius, do the whole COVID shit make sense or make more sense?
It don't make it. Yep. Like you trying to sabotage
The whole human
the
race?
whole fucking human race.
Oh, you see, they about that. They got the mandate going now for all government officials and any job that's employed over 100 people. Everybody got the vaccine.
Yeah, I heard.
And like people saying, man,
A lot of nurses quitting.
They saying that what they were saying. Somebody is trying to say, man, that don't mean you gotta get it. That ain't meaning
They can't even deliver babies, nigga.
I say, look, 100.
You seen that? They can't even deliver babies.
You know, well,
Not enough fucking
Oh yeah, I ain't see that.
people quitting.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying at the beginning of this shit, we learn how to start having babies at home.
Well, that shit gonna have to happen.
You see what happened to that one woman?
They snatching baby, yeah.
You remember we talking about that shit last year? Early.
When they had the babies at home and they took all the kids.
Right. And
She-
still got one of the babies.
Yeah. I think she was on American Idol or something like that. And started having them black
That shit
women.
happening right now, nigga.
Started having them babies at home. And then that video came up, they were taking. Saying they
Yeah, I
were,
sent that shit to you. Man.
they were trying to say they were malnourished or whatever the case may be, but
Trying to get them zinc shot or some shit.
yeah, they were trying to do all kind of, but you know, everybody don't believe in all that.
That's why they was having the babies at home and shit. They didn't want to get all shot up and shit.
Damn, it's
They
crazy.
should have every right to do that, but that's where we at, nigga.
Hey man, they give you certain rights. You got the right to love and whatever you want to with whoever.
Man, we're a minute. I mean, not a
But
minute.
you don't got a right to dictate how your
How you wanna
kids,
do that,
yeah, how
yeah.
you want to
I
do
think
that, how
this
you want
was
to go
very,
along
very
life.
good
For us to do,
conversation.
goddammit. We do that.
I'm
We decide,
proud of
bro.
this
You don't
episode
like it, we'll take your babies.
with my man's Mike Mees.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming by, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
You know
oh
how
yeah,
it's gonna get
and
cut.
the joint. I'm gonna drop his verse at the end. The joint we got coming out. 3 wise men.
God is my witness.
God is my
I
witness.
when I sell my soul, no matter how devil I go. God is my witness. I when I sell my soul, no matter how devil I go. Let's go. Ain't from the bottom, right through the day, might I make it tomorrow. Thankful regardless. They selling my soul, but a nigga been heartless. I'd have been hated and salted, limitless problems, semi-revolvers. They say it's body for body, you catch me, you got me, it's daily the party. I feel the same when I'm sliding, you told me you